I own every single copy of Oddworld Abe's Odyssey for PlayStation 1. Though I'm only counting the English version. I'm not counting all the other languages, such as the Japanese version of Abe Gogo, or the French, German, Italian, Spanish, and others version. There's not. I don't think it is. No. So here, I want to show you my collection of Abe's Odyssey for PlayStation 1. And as you can see, there are actually 10 different versions of Abe's Odyssey for PlayStation 1. Although they're all the same, but I mean, like, um, different, like, different copies with, like, different art book or some slight changes. And I'm also counting the demo version as well. So I want to give you a tour of all the versions I want to show you. So starting off with obviously the PAL version. And yeah, there's not real much to say this. And yeah, this one I received, it didn't really have the front cover, so I printed one by myself, and as you can see, this cover is really broken. In case if for those who live outside of Europe, these PlayStation 1 covers break easily, and it's so annoying. But enough with that. So here's the main PAL version of Abe's Odyssey. Okay, I showed you CD. Here it is. Nothing much to say. Yeah, and here is the Platinum version, which is this version that I have owned for many years. Like, this was my first actual copy that I have owned, because as a kid, I used to borrow Abe's Odyssey from my library, so I didn't exactly own it by myself. So yeah, there's nothing much real to say. And yeah, this is a custom instruction book that I made as a kid. Yeah, cause this was a long time ago. I got this copy here. It's such a horrible one. I won't even bother showing you. Yeah. Here's the Platinum version, and also again not with an actual instruction book. Yeah, but there's not really any difference from the game itself. Like, it's just still a game. And here we move on to something a bit interesting, because here we have the best of Infogrames adventure version. No, wait, I think it's just called Best of Infograme. I think this was when I believe this was when GT Interactive, the people who made Abe's Odyssey, they changed their name into Infogrames, so they have done this. They've done this layout. There are actually many more PlayStation 1 games with this layout as well, but I can't really show it off right now. The only difference here, you can see that. Well, wait, let me show you a comparison. For those who don't live in Europe, mostly Americans. Yeah, for those who watch this from America, the age rating that used to be used back then was this called ILSPA, which I don't know what it never stands for, and it was always shown like this, where it would say like children under 3 to 10 years old were not allowed, but it was allowed for children over 11. Yeah, you had to be 11 exactly, not 13. And here it just says 11 plus. Okay, and that's it. Yeah, that's really the only difference. And thankfully, this time with this copy I even got an instruction book as well. And somehow, this as well, these flyers that ask you what console do you own and things like that. Strangely enough, I have never seen these before as a kid. So, yeah, I don't know why. I don't really know if they ever existed. But yeah, let me show you the CD. So here's the CD. Yeah, again, they removed the artwork from, yeah, just like the platinum version. Instead, it's here, Best of Infogrames, Apes Odyssey, which I really hate. I absolutely hate these platinum covers. Like, I don't like the gray color they've done, and especially the fact that they have removed the artwork. Like, dude, seriously? I know this was done on purpose so that it will be more cheaper for them to reproduce this game. But yeah, as you can see, the difference here is that they have just add some blue text instead, and it's the Best of Infogrames. Ugh, sorry, I have the instruction book. But yeah, here's the instruction book. But another unfortunate thing, it's in black and white. Oh man. Yeah. You know, so that it's more cheaper for them to reproduce. But man, I hate this. Like, I never hated. I always hated that most of these instruction book that I received from PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 games, they were also like in black and white. And it's not only these platinum covers, you know, like this shows these were bestsellers. It's even like mainline PlayStation 2 games where the instruction books was also printed in black and white as well. I don't even know. As a kid, I always thought that each publisher, like, they had a different budget with printing stuff. Like, some had higher budget that they could print it with colors, and others had a lower budget where they could only print it in black and white. This is how I thought that it worked. Maybe I'm right. Maybe, yeah. Okay, I'm not really gonna go through everything. Yeah. Yeah. So, this was the Best of Infogrames version of Apes Odyssey. God, but I'm not gonna escape this one yet. Because strangely enough, there's another one, the exact same, but instead they have put this called Value Series. Like, I don't know why they did this. And I also want to know, when did they re-release that? Like, from the gap between this and this. And but just like with this, there's also plenty of other PlayStation 1 games where it also has this layout, say, Best of Infogrames, and even this Stripe Hill Call Value Series. To be honest, I actually like this much more than this one. It kind of makes more unique that there's this yellow stripe here where it says Value Series with the PlayStation logo as well. But also this version here is the most important one for me, because this copy was the one where I played the full version of Apes Odyssey for the first time. Like I said, I didn't actually own this copy. I borrowed it from my library, and they had this one exactly. So yeah, this one means a lot to me. And yeah, just like with the other one, it also says like this, 11 plus. But oh, okay, yeah. I thought it didn't have an instruction book, but it had. Yeah, the CD is pretty much the same as this one. Nothing really any different from the instruction book. It's the same. Yeah, so it's the exact same as this one. Only difference, it has value series striped on. And let's move a bit away from the PAL version, and we're gonna move on to the NTSC version, aka the American version. Funny enough, this is actually, this was my very first time seeing these NTSC covers for the first time in hand. And I want to say, well, like, wow, I'm kind of jealous by you Americans. Yeah, they're just like, but I'll go to why I'm jealous exactly. So here's how it looks like from behind. Like, it doesn't really mention the age rating. Oh, no way. It actually does. It's not that clear. but it does specify it right here. The same ESRB rating that they have used ever since. And yeah, here's the artwork. So, one thing that really flabbergasted me about this is that when I first received this, at first I thought, oh, so there wasn't really any instruction book included with this one the seller gave me, until I realized it did, because the instruction book is actually the front cover itself. Like, what? That, dude, that's so genius. Like, you know. See, you know that in the PAL version, there's a front cover, and naturally, there's an instruction book, all separate by itself. They place it like this. But the fact that the NTSC version, they use like the instruction book as the front cover itself. Like, what? So, like, why didn't we not get that? Oh, dude, that. Oh. And yeah, the artwork is say. But here's another thing that makes me jealous. Apparently, every NTSC PS1 cover had such a cool rendered artwork right here. Like, we didn't get anything. Like, oh wait, I didn't show it to you. Hold on. Yeah. Look, nothing. Why, man? That's if I knew this, then oh man, why do you get so much things better? And also, I don't really know why. Why does it look more shiny than the PAL version itself? Oh man. Not only that, but I can see that these NTSC cover doesn't seem to break easily. Like, this one looks totally fine, and I can assume this is because due to the jewel case and how it's not that easy. Because like these PAL covers are pretty unique, but also thick, so I can see why they break easily. And thankfully, this instruction book has color, obviously, because it's the main version. Like, since I don't really have an instruction book included with this one, so okay, thankful. I am happy. I at least own one copy of Apes Odyssey with instruction book with colors on. So I'm happy about this. And I also got this included as well. Whoop, something fell down. Oh, it's the end user list agreement. Yeah, I think this is also another one of these that asks you about what consoles you own or where do you buy all this stuff. Again, I have never seen these before. Like, huh. I also didn't know that they even stick it to the instruction book itself. Like, I was really fine that it was just separate. Yeah. Yeah, so that was the NTSC version as well. By the way, I haven't really tried it out by myself. Since I live in Europe and I have a European PlayStation console, and since you know the old PlayStation console are region locked, so I can't really try it out and see if it works fine. But anyway, moving on is the greatest hits version of the NTSC version. And interestingly enough, the only difference I can see is that the background seems to be zoomed in rather than this. You can see that Ape's head is like takes more of the space here, rather than here. There's much more spare room, and okay, yeah, it does say this here. And yeah, behind this is the same. What is that here? The green. So I can tell that for you American, this is basically your version of the platinum. And yeah, like this is how it looked like for us, and this is how it looks like for you, American. And I've also seen that you don't even like these green covers as well because it ruins the well. But to be honest, as an European, I honestly like this more than this because I think the green the green stripe makes it feel more like they have green light this game to be considered a bestseller, which I really like. Like it makes it so much more unique. I don't know, but this gray color it makes me think it's more like it's got a silver medal, and like silver medal is basically considered as you went in second place instead of first place. So that kind of doesn't really make any sense. Yeah. Um. Yeah, and they did the same here, just removing the artwork. But at least they put a unique font. The Oddworld font and here. So okay, I at least I appreciate that. And yeah, here's an artwork. Interesting thing I noticed is that it seems like on the greatest hits version, there's this number here that you can call if you get stuck in a game, and you can just call this number to ask for help how you can do with this. And yeah, because if you see here, there's nothing. So I don't know. So this is one of the great things that you get for buying the greatest hits version. You get a number where you can ask for help. Okay. And yeah, you can also see that the text that says greatest hits is a part of the rendered artwork. So when you oopsie. So when you close it like this, you can see it like this. Which is another thing I really like about these NTSC covers as well. And yeah, one thing that makes me yet again jealous about these NTSC covers is that, first off, this is a greatest hits. Like where this is supposed to be shown as a bestseller, and yet the instruction book has colors. Like, seriously, why? How can we Europeans, when we get a real release of a game that has so good, and they get released without any colors, but like here in America, it gets like shown out with colors. But come on, man. Like how did that even? You know what? Maybe I shouldn't really complain. Like I feel like it's too late for me to complain. Like, I wonder if game companies like will still have this thing with putting instruction book in physical games these days. Would it also be like the same with when they release it? They will also do this in black and white as well. I don't know. Okay. Let's move back to the PAL version. Exactly the demo version. First off, is the PAL demo version of Abe's Oddysee. From what I can see, that this is a copy that was supposed to be included with a PlayStation magazine. I personally have never read this PlayStation magazine, but some of you probably have. Yeah. This is where you would get Abe's Oddysee included. I don't know which issue it was exactly. If you know that, let me know. I'm a bit curious to know about it. And here, it's all the same. Kind of, but the description is a bit different. Saying like available from September 1987. I have such features A, but unlike a hero on an incredible quest save with people on the table. And it also gives you the controls, the game speak as well. Like, yeah, so it gives you like a quick instruction here on the back cover as well. So, yeah, it was interesting as well. So, yeah, that's the PAL demo version. Another one is which is kind of a bit interesting. This is one that features 4 demos. Abe's Oddysee, obviously, but apparently also Apes Exodus. As you can see, that this is the one that has taken most of the cover. But yeah, obviously, since this is supposed to be a collection of Apes Oddysee, this one obviously count as well, since Apes Oddysee include, even though Apes Exodus is included as well. So yeah, and there's also two more demos, one called B Movie and Deadball Zone, and I tried them both, and they weren't really that interesting to me. And now this one I bought only had the CD alone, so the jewel case and the front cover came entirely from me, which is why you can see that it was cut a bit, because I found the cover here on the internet, I printed it out and made my own cover. So this isn't like an actual authentic cover. Yeah. Wait. Come to think about it. Like, how come the demo version have these thin jewel case and not these? But, because I can see that this one doesn't seem to have taken any damage as well. I don't know. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like these covers, and I also like how they have engraved the name PlayStation here on the bottom and the top. But it doesn't really put the excuse that they break so easily. Yeah. So yeah, there's actually not really any difference with this Dame of Apes Oddysee. This one here as well. And moving on to another important version for me is the Demo 1 version. Because Demo 1 is the very first game I have ever played. The first game I played inside it was Apes Oddysee. So this CD here means a lot to me. Pretty sure for some of you other people who has also grown up with PlayStation 1 and probably also played Demo 1. Because I know there's many different versions of Demo 1 with different games. But I'm talking about this one that has Apes Oddysee included in as well. Because, like I said, these two copies means a lot to me. This one is the first one that I have actually owned, where I play Apes Oddysee Demon for the first time. And this is the one where I play the full version for the first time ever. So I'm glad that I own both of these for real this time. And moving on to the last one, and that is the NTSC demo version. And if you're wondering why it is covered in a plastic, that's because this is a rare copy of Apes Oddysee. Because yeah, seriously, so far you can only find 2 copies of this demo version here on the entire internet for sale right now. And I'm talking like on eBay. And thankfully I found a third seller that sell this like much cheaper. Because yeah, these 2 copies that are for sale right now on eBay, they sell like very expensive. I don't know how much. I believe things like $400. Yes, that's expensive, but thankfully I found a third seller that was selling it much more cheaper. So yeah, so I'm actually proud that I own a rare copy that many people cannot really easily get in their own hand. And yeah, it was included with this plastic here. Though I did actually open it. But you know, I put it back in just to take care of it. So let me open it safely for you. Show it up. Alright. Here we have it. I guess you could say that this is the only video on the entire internet where you'll see someone holding this rare copy of Apes Oddysee in their hand. Yeah, and another unique thing about this is that it says demo. This demo does not contain the latest character interaction, movie compression, music, and sound. It only gets better for September 97. And here it's pretty much the same. Let's actually compare it with the PAL version. Oh. Yes. No, wait, I think maybe I should compare it with the full version. Yeah. Yeah, the description is a bit different. You can tell. And let's open it up. We gotta be careful. And yeah, this is here where it's a bit special. It's in the same way as the greatest hits, but instead it's black. And I think like, okay, that's actually very unique. Well, which is also very reminiscent to these black demo disc. You can see the same, but instead they have put this Oddworld font, the Oddworld inhabitants logo as well. And yeah, if you look at from the video, you can like see the light is shown in rainbow color, which looks extremely cool as well. Like, wow. You know what? I'm absolutely okay with this design as well. But unfortunately, I haven't really tried this game out because, it's an NTSC version, and I can't really try it out since I own PAL consoles, which is really a shame. Like, I've like tried to see if I could find a way to crack the code and that makes me able to play any games from any regions, no matter the console you own. But I don't really know what to do next. So this was every single version of Oddworld Apes Odyssey for PlayStation 1. The English version, obviously. So what do you think about this? And for those who live in Europe and for those who live in America, like, I want to hear what you think of each of these different versions from the different regions. Well, so let's discuss about this. So that was all. Bye bye.